9%. That is how many fewer homes sold in Calgary this July compared to last July. But here's the strange part. The number of new homes put up for sale dropped even more, 15%. Fewer buyers, fewer sellers, and the typical Calgary home still lost value. It now sits at $569,200, 2% below last year. So if both sides pull back at the same time, why did prices still fall? The answer is not the whole city. It is one type of home pulling the average down. And I will show you which one. And I will show you the parts of Calgary that are actually going up. Every number in this video comes from the Calgary Real Estate Board, CREB, their July 2026 report. And that report came out on August 4th. And here is what we cover. First, the big city numbers. Second, all 4 home types. Third, where condos are falling so fast. Fourth, what this means if you are buying. And fifth, what it means if you are selling. Around the 7-minute mark in this video, I'll show you one number that tells you if your home type is in a buyer's market or seller's market. Most people never look at it. It changes how you price, it changes how you offer. So stay for that part. Now let's start with sales. Calgary had 1,904 sales in July. Last July, it was 2,096. That is a drop of 9%. What that means is simple. Fewer people are buying homes right now. Some are waiting, some are renting, some move to another province. What you do about it depends on which side you are on. If you are buying, you have less competition than last year. If you are selling, you are fishing in a smaller pond. Now, new listings. 3,323 homes came on the market in July. 15% fewer than last July. This matters more than people think. Sellers are pulling back faster than buyers are. That is the thing that stops a market from crashing. When sellers stop listing, supply stops piling up. Here is the proof. Inventory is 6,626 homes. That is 4% lower than last July. So look at the pattern. Sales down, new listings down, inventory down. This is not a flood of homes. This is a slow market. It is not a broken one. Now, the number I care most about, months of supply, 3.48. Let me explain that in plain words. Months of supply answers one question. If nobody listed another home starting today, how long will it take to sell everything already for sale? Under 2 months is a hot seller market. 2 to 4 months is balanced. Over 4 months favors buyers. Calgary sits at 3.48. That is balance, leaning a little toward the buyer. So what do you do with that? Sellers, you cannot name a price and wait anymore. You have to price to the market. Buyers, you have room to negotiate, but you are not stealing homes either. 2 more numbers before we split things up. Days on market is 40. Last July, it was 37. Homes are taking about 3 days longer to sell now than last year. And the sale to list price ratio is 97.69%. That means the average home sold for a little under the asking price, about 2% under the asking price. On a $600,000 list price, that is around $12,000 under asking. That is your negotiating room in real dollars. Now, here is where the story breaks apart. Because Calgary is not one market, it is 4. It is 4 market. Now, detached homes first. Benchmark price $743,900, down about 2% from last year. Months of supply 2.9. 2.9 months is balanced and close to a seller's market. Detached is the strongest part of Calgary right now. Now, semi-detached homes, $691,000, down only 0.3%. That is basically flat. Months of supply 2.89. And here is the surprise. Semi-detached sales actually went up almost 6%. It is the only type that grew. Semi-detached is the quiet winner this month. Now, let's look at row homes. Most people call them townhouses. $418,500, down 6% from last year. Months of supply 3.9. Sales fell almost 23% in 1 month. That is a big drop. And apartment condos, $297,600, down over 8% from last year and 13% below the peak set back in 2024. Months of supply 4.9. 4.9 months is a clear buyer's market. So there is the answer to the question I asked at the start. The city average fell 2%, but detached fell 2%, semi fell almost nothing, row fell 6%, and condos fell 8%. The condo market is dragging the city average down. If you own a house, your loss is much smaller than the headline says. So why are condos falling this hard? Two reasons. Both come straight from the Calgary Real Estate Board data. Reason number one is building. There are over 17,000 apartment style units under construction in Calgary right now. 17,000. Those units are not on the resale board yet, but they chase the same buyer you do. Every new tower is a competition for every resale condo owner. Reason number two is people. The number of newcomers arriving from other countries dropped sharply. Newcomers usually rent first. Many then buy a condo as a first home. Fewer newcomers means fewer condo buyers. It also means softer rent. Put those two together and you get too many units and not enough people to fill them. That is not a Calgary problem. That is a condo problem inside Calgary. Now, the number I promise you, months of supply for your home type. Here it is again. Simply detached 2.9, semi-detached 2.89, row 3.9, apartment 4.9. And here is the rule I want you to remember. If your number is under 3, price close to the market and expect a fair normal sale. If your number is over 4, you must price below the last sale of a home like yours, not at it, below it. That one rule will save some of you thousands of dollars this fall. Let me finish with what this means for you. If you are a first-time buyer, this is the best choice you have had in years. 6,600 homes to pick from. The average sale coming in under asking, and condos priced lower than they were 2 years ago. Take your time, get a real inspection, do not rush, make sure you do all your due diligence, and you'll be fine. If you are selling, your buyer pool is smaller and slower. 40 days on the market is the new normal. Price is right in week 1. The first 2 weeks bring you the most eyes. Homes that sit for 60 days get low offers. If you're an investor, condo prices are down, but rents are down too. Run your numbers on today's rent, not last year's rent. Row homes are where I will look hardest. Row prices fell 6%, but row inventory also fell 7%. When both fall together, a bottom is often forming. And if you are new to Calgary, welcome. You pick a good year to arrive. You have choice, you have time, and you have room to negotiate. Now, here is what I want from you. Tell me in the comments, are you buying this fall or are you waiting until spring? I read every comment and I reply. And if you want the full July numbers for your exact home type and your exact community, send me a text or an email and I will send you my July market report. It costs nothing. There is no pressure. My name is Conrad Agla. I'm a realtor and a mortgage expert here in Calgary. I've worked in this market for almost 20 years and I help over 400 families across residential homes, commercial, and even financing. You can reach me at 483-690-0809 or email me at conradagla.ca. My brokerage, Urban Real Estate Services here in Calgary. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day.